we weren't quite done yet. We're just outside of Akron, Ohio, and I started feeling a shake and stopped to check it out, and the tire is bad. So in answer to the question, a tire failed before an airbag. There's a good look at it. So it's still got air, but it is delaminated. Or not delaminated, it's coming apart inside. To be fair, we are running them at a higher pressure than they're rated for, so it looks like this is the consequence of that. And things were going so well also. We do have some spares, but they're 17-inch, so I don't know exactly what we're gonna do right now to figure this out. But at least it's not super cold like it was in Nebraska and Wyoming and stuff. All right, so what we decided to do is we moved the cars back. Denofa's car was all the way at the front, putting a lot of weight on that. I don't know how much weight we're actually moving back, but I know by moving everything back as tight as we can, we move the weight to the back of the trailer, which is what we want. We want less tongue weight on the truck to put less load on that tire. So we really don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to change the tire right now. So that's what we did. We're gonna run this tire. Since it's up at 70 PSI, it's supposed to be, I think, at 45 or 50. I'm gonna lower the pressure in this one, which of course is gonna put a little bit of extra load on the inner one, but we're just trying to make it another 8 hours. We got out the 2 spare tires and put them accessible because they were under the cars. So while the cars were being moved, we pulled out the 2 tires, put them up there so we can put those as inners, or we can put those on the front and then move the other ones out back. Either way, we got options. Just trying to make the workload a little bit less because it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 in the morning when it happens if it fails. But yeah, onward and upward. Let's go. Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. We find ourselves on the side of the highway in rural Pennsylvania, and we have a flat tire. The tire blew out, just like I thought it might, and so now we're swapping things around. And to top it all off, the fender's gone. So that's cool. It's too dark to show anything, but this is what we're working on. The sun's starting to come up over there. We're still not where we need to be, and today's the day that we need to drive. So even though we tried to be on time and to make it before the time we need to be here, we're still late.
Why do we have
So apparently we don't have any half-inch drive sockets besides this giant set of axle sockets. So Kelly's using the double wrench method. Did you just punch a wheel stud?
No, I punched the ground.
So our solution ended up being just to bolt the 2 17-inch wheels on here with good tires. So hopefully this holds, but that's a sad day right there. So we made it to the track here in Englishtown. This is my first time ever being here. There's actually a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of people here. Some driftweek guys, but other stuff going on as well. There's a motocross track going off in the distance. We're gonna get the car unloaded right now, and really for me, like, the hardest part about all this, dealing with this, is the fact that this fender's gone. I feel like a piece of my soul is missing. Just super bummed about it. On the plus side, a few people have messaged me, and even Kelly said, now we don't have to unwrap the fender. You can see this vinyl wrap really sucks, and like it doesn't come off very easily. And I was stressing on having to unwrap the whole truck, but at least
front end and a fender.
At least 20% of everything we have to unwrap is gone. And then of course the front end we don't have to unwrap because it was new, but like all the rest of it, you can see there's even like Bondo and crap up here. This truck needs to be gone through a little bit, but either way we made it, and we're gonna get the car off, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap. So I just had to put insurance on the car. I realized that I didn't have insurance on it, but it was easy. USAA makes it really easy to do. We're just gonna clean out all the junk in here, and we're gonna go drive to get some food before things start. I haven't really street driven the car or driven it much at all for that matter, so I just want to rip it up and down the street and see how it does. We're going to find some food now. I found a Portuguese restaurant. See if we can get some good stuff. The car feels pretty healthy. I forgot about the belt problems on this. We're probably gonna have belt squealing issues. Interesting. Yeah. Almost made it with no problems. The car just died and we have no fuel pressure. Look at the top right of that screen. It jumps a little bit. And then no jump. There's got to be a bad connection or something, electrical problem. So we're stranded on the side of the road in New Jersey, just a little bit from the track.
Yeah, but it's
There he goes. No.
He's working here.
There, we got full pressure. No. Is the fuel pump bad, maybe?
The fuel pump working fine and turning off.
So these fuel lines up here are they're like soft. There's nothing in them, but you can feel the pump pumping.
Huh.
Might have a fuel filter that's clogged or something.
So we're thinking the fuel line maybe came off inside the tank. It's kind of acting like that with the way that the fuel pressure is responding on the dash. And we were literally just going to get food and we left everything at the track. Tools and everything. We're not that far from the track. I'm trying to think of who we can call to bring us some stuff. Yeah, they don't have a car.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they have Shelly's car.
So we're kind of in a bad spot, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys, here we are, broken down on the side of the road. E-Town's that way. Our food stop is that way, and we're waiting on Bobby or Rudy or one of those guys to bring us some tools, because we literally took everything out of that car and then took off down the street, and then now we have fuel pump problems. First impressions, the car's too low. I'm like scraping on everything, so I might raise it up a little bit for this road trip. Also, it feels like the caster's a little bit far back, like it doesn't have good self-steer. The steering feels a little bit weird, so I might pull the caster forward on it. So it feels a little bit better that way, but man, it stands out. The car looks pretty good. I'm happy about that part. I just need to make it run good. I want it to run and drive good. So today we have 4 hours of driving. I'm basically gonna focus on getting the steering dialed so it feels really good. Make sure the alignment's solid. Just make sure overall that the car is solid so that tomorrow when we have the party day, that there's no problems and that everything runs and drives good. I don't want any hiccups. I don't want to be working on the car tomorrow, so I'm going to focus on ironing that stuff out today. There's also a grinding noise coming from the right rear caliper area, but it turns out that's the least of our problems right now because we're actually stranded. Where's that noise coming from? It's a weird noise. So we were waiting for tools. Bobby said he's going to come help us, and then Julio?
Yes.
I saw your Instagram tag on your car. Julio's driving by. He's like, hey, you guys need help? And I'm like, yo, if you got tools, that's what we're waiting on. And he's got a lot of tools, just what we need to get this figured out. Should I prime the pump and see if it's coming out?
No.
Before we take it out?
No.
No?
Take it out. Easy.
You don't want to spray ethanol all over the back seat?
No.
The back seat where Kelly sits?
Thank you. You should.
All right, lesson number 1 for this trip. We do not go anywhere without our tools. We have to put the tools in the car.
Whose idea was this?
I wasn't even thinking, all I was thinking about was food.
It's like, I want to drive that race car.
That was my only thought. Where are you from?
Englishtown.
Oh, really? Just right here? That's a cool car. I like it. Looking good. Oh, there goes your buddies. Nice.
Hey! You're right. I'm probably right.
Ooh. Is there a rip in it?
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, so let's put it in and test it.
Yep.
All right, so we have fuel coming out of the pump. It sounds like when you prime it and then let off, I hear pressure coming back. I don't know if it's coming back through this line, if it's pressurizing the tank. See if we can hear it. It's hissing. And it kind of looks like it's coming around the seal, around the outside, which the seal wasn't really holding very well, it was leaking. So I don't know exactly what's going on. Kelly says that the fuel line is hard in front of the flex fuel sensor and then soft after the flex fuel sensor. So he's thinking maybe the flex fuel sensor is the issue. What?
You said up the block. You were like 4 towns over.
Are we really?
I don't know.
I didn't feel like it.
It seems like it.
You're like, I went to the Wawa. How far are you? I'm like, I remember a Wawa. We're further.
Yeah.
And Bobby's like, man,
Here's all your drugs.
where you guys at? Cool. You know, these guys stopped like, you guys need anything? I'm like, you got tools? He's got a car full of tools. He's got his whole garage in his car. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we got the filter off. This was definitely the clog. I think the filter inside came off and was acting like a one-way valve, blocking the flow. So we flipped it around. I think the in and out was not respected properly, so we're gonna put it back on and hopefully we got fuel pressure. All right, I think we got it figured out. Do we have fuel pressure?
At the screen.
What does it show? Give it a crank. Is that it? Yes. Plugged filter. Well, plugged. It wasn't really plugged. It was the filter was backwards in there. We must have done it wrong, and then the filter sock came off and was just plugging the line. But we're back in business. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Bobby. We didn't need you, but thank you anyways. Whenever we come to New Jersey, we always got to find Portuguese food because there's a huge community here of Portuguese. And we found this one. Otilia's. What is it? Otilia's Cafe. Let's go see what's up. All right, the track is hot. We got our food. We got the car fixed. Kelly's just draining the catch can, and then we're gonna go turn some laps for the first time and see how the steering feels. Might end up working on it for a little bit to get it feeling good. Is it drained? Is it all drained, Kelly? So my first lap on track, I was warming up the rear tires. I went to full lock because it was kind of slippery, and dipped the front left off track at pretty decent angle, and it broke one of the Heim joints. So luckily we got some spares from GK Tech. We're gonna get that fixed up and go test it out some more. But like I said, my front angle wasn't really dialed. I didn't really like get it dialed how I wanted to. I wanted to do a few laps and adjust it, but I didn't even make it that far. Also, already broke the front bumper, literally just driving up right there. This car is too low. Day one is not going well, not at all. All right, so here's what we got for the damage. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. That lower Heim joint. Move it around, Kelly. Yeah. So I dipped tire and it pulled in a force that this Heim joint shouldn't be seeing, and it tore it apart. So I thought for sure it was a tie rod because I had so many tie rod problems, but it looks like the solution that Zach figured out for me is a good solution because that tie rod held up, but that Heim joint was the weakness in this time. But I got some spares, so we're gonna fix it and go back out on track. So problem number 2, taking this apart, I think at some point we over tightened this because the threads didn't want to come out, and we had to use some force to make it work. So that kind of sucks. Luckily I've got spare parts. I really hope I have one of these. I might have to go back to stock tie rods or something. I'm not sure. So I'm glad to have this box of spare GK parts because everybody knows when you're racing, bad stuff happens. Good stuff happens too, but also bad stuff. Especially when you, I was trying to win practice on my very first lap, and I slid straight off the track. well,
Brandon, is that a C-clamp or what is that? Explain it.
It's extended now. When they made it, it was a circle. Now it's a.
Now it's Captain Hook's left hand. What is he doing?
But oh, we have to mount some other parts to make it fit.
Okay.
I think I said this yesterday, but I absolutely did not want to work today. I wanted to show up. We're all tired. We haven't been to the Airbnb. We came straight on a 36-hour drive. First lap out, I have problems. I was not looking forward to that. Look at that bird. Where are we?
Oh,
it's hunting you.
It's gonna poop on me, bro. Oh.
Those birds they don't poop, they hunt.
Oh, that's it?
So this is absolutely not what I want to be doing right now. So in that aspect, I'm really frustrated. I didn't get one single fun lap, nothing but problems. So what a start to drift week. I wouldn't expect anything else. So we got it back together. Luckily we had some spare parts. I think the alignment's still intact. So let's hope I don't break this bumper again. Let's go drive. I want to get at least one good lap and feel out the car. My first real lap after I broke the suspension arm. This car's got a lot of power, not a lot of grip right now, so it definitely can bake third gear. It doesn't really move when it's spinning tires, so I'm still getting used to it. But the angle, it feels all right. It definitely has plenty of angle. It's just the steering feel. I feel like I need to change some adjustments or make some adjustments to get it feeling better, or just get some more seat time in the car. So I'm just gonna keep lapping. I don't want to work on the car right now. So I'm gonna keep lapping and lapping and see if I can get more confident driving this thing. So I came in after a lap and it felt really weird and the alignment was way off. It's like way towed out. So we got it loosened up. Go ahead. Pretty straight. The wheel is.
I am tightening the tie rod. We are going to brake later.
took one more lap with some junk tires that I had. I just wanted to burn them off. One had a hole in it leaking, so I was like, I'll just fill them up and we'll burn them up. And in that lap, we had some issues. One, the GK Tech knuckle bent. There was kind of a dip in the track, not really a pothole, but just kind of like a dip. And I think it just loaded up in the right way that it put a lot of force on this. But that wasn't the only problem. We also broke the caliper in half, and I've never ever seen a caliper break in half. I don't know what happened to cause it. It does have an adapter bracket for a larger rotor and stuff, but it was just the casting of the caliper that broke. Really, really weird problem. Yeah, like that part broke off from there. Still got the bolt going through it. Really weird. Really, really weird. Oh, there it is. It was already rubbing, huh?
Yeah.
So something's going on. Is the bearing bad, maybe? The wheel bearing?
No, we heard all the way.
Yeah, but you know, if the bearing has.
Yeah, but it's all the way. It's the beginning of the groove is not all the way.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is all the way. Only in this part.
Is the knuckle bent anywhere else? Like right here where that mounts? Is that straight? That's a strong part, that wouldn't bend. Looks pretty flat. This bottom part is bent out now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but we can
bend it back?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And you align to
the caliper, so
yeah,
it fits?
When you find one.
Yeah.
Because it's the caliper. It's not the caliper that are broken. So.
Well, and the bracket. Both.
Yeah.
The two pieces are broken. That's crazy. Crazy. Anyways, we're gonna work on this and then go back to the Airbnb. So I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. This is kind of crazy. It was a fun lap though. The car's feeling really good if I can just get all these little issues sorted out and get it running solid. For the knuckle, we'll probably just hammer it back straight and then change the toe on the arm. It's gonna be a little bit out of spec, but it'll be good enough. Pinto found a good solution here with the pry bar. Looks like it's working. Trackside repair.
Yeah.
Just that much flat?
Yeah. Where is the hammer? I'm Portuguese. I need a hammer. Probably I need your help. Can you hit this hole?
Yeah.
Only this one?
Yep.
Wait. 12, yeah. Man.
Not bad.
Yeah. And it's not broken.
No, it's good. It means we can bend it a few more times.
We have here a weld, a little one.
That came out pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the alignment looks straight again. We can measure it tomorrow. All right, so we found some calipers. Some calipers, more than just one. What's your name?
Frank.
Frank had a storage unit full of S chassis parts and came up with some calipers. They're New Jersey spec for sure. They're a little bit rusty, but we got
I got the light for you.
We got them broke free, so I think it's gonna work. We got enough. There's some of these are a little bit stiff, so we'll find a set that works. And our other option was absolutely nothing. So thank you very much for helping us out. We're gonna go back to the track and figure this out. And thanks to Jeremy for putting this together. Back to work. So I don't know exactly what's going on over here, but it looks like this trailer is tilting to the side. Not sure who or what, but there's a tractor holding it from tipping over, as well as a floor jack or hydraulic jack. because they really don't want it to tip all the way over, which would be bad. So we did end up finding a caliper. We've been trying to bend the bracket back straight. What do you see over here? Are you looking at the alignment?
No.
Oh.
All the rest, the base piece is assembly.
Oh, okay.
And I see it.
It goes on the front like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So we have to change both the caliper bracket and the caliper and the GK Tech extension arm to make it all work. But I think we have everything we need except for a caliper adapter bracket that's straight. That one got all bent up when we were trying to straighten it on Rudy's vise. And it's kind of straight, but not all the way. Update on the trailer situation. Yeah. Don't tear up my grass. That's my grass. All right, guys, we were able to get it done. It's all bolted up back together. The alignment actually looks pretty straight after bending it back into place. It took us all night, but we're finally ready to go get some sleep. We'll go check out the Airbnb and see what the situation is there. Kind of relax a little bit. We've been on the road for a long time and we are ready to shower up and get a good night's sleep.